Hi everybody, it's me Serge K. Kilembe, and today we are Wednesday, October the 18th, and now I'm starting a brand new midweek report about 100% about cryptocurrencies, and it's going to be called It's Time to Trade the Cryptos, and I'm going to be focusing on news and stuff like that, some catalyst to see what's happening in the crypto space. So we're gonna talk about and have a look at some news and see the news who really are very relevant since the end of the week, end of last week. You already know that I'm doing the time to trade the markets every Sunday and Monday. I try to release those video blogs before market opening on Monday. So you have my perspectives and the probabilities of negotiation and trading for the entire week. So I'm always trying to do the week ahead, and now to have something in between for the midweek. So now I'm coming up with the cryptocurrency midweek reports, time to trade the cryptos. So I'm gonna basically be talking about all the cryptos that I personally have in my wallet. In my wallet I only have Bitcoin and Ethereum, but I'm here in Europe. You already know that I'm an introducer broker, and I'm working with brokers houses, and also that I'm running a consulting company. So a lot of people come to me and doing some consulting about trading and stuff like that. But you already know that I'm not only trading cryptos, but also trading CFDs, that derivatives on stocks, indices, oil, precious metals, and stuff like that. Okay, bonds and whatever. Okay, so in here, in that particular vlog, we're only gonna focus on cryptos. Okay, so the main cryptos that I'm focused on, obviously Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dash, Litecoin, Ripple, and Yoda. So that's it. Okay, so now let's begin and let's have a look at, first of all, some news. Okay, first of all, we're gonna have a look at the crypto ranking, and then we're gonna have a look at some news, some major news. We're gonna have a look and read some articles, and then at the end we're gonna do some chartings. Okay, we're gonna have a look at charts, do technical analysis, and price action. Okay, so first of all, here at Trading Economics, in the forex exchange markets space, to see a little bit Bitcoin. You see we have Bitcoin versus the US dollar over here, and that's all the major currency pairs over here. And you already know that Bitcoin here is dropping seriously. Okay, losing the $56,000, 57, and the highs around 58 hundred dollars, and now we're back below 5200, now minus 40 $456. Okay, we're losing 8%. Weekly, for the week we're up 8%. For the month we are up 34%, close to 35%, and for the year we are up more than 700%. So that's huge. Still the best performing currency if you guys specified Bitcoin as a currency, because some people classified Bitcoin as a commodity. So over here we're talking about forex, or talking about the currency that's the best performing currency. Okay, so now let's move on. Now let's have a look at market capitalization. Okay, over here at the for the midweek, let's have a look at the top 10, top 12. Okay, what do we have? Bitcoin still number one, even losing a lot of points, losing steam, but still ranks at number one. Market cap below $90 billion, now at $85 billion. Number two, Ethereum, market cap $27 billion. Number three, Bitcoin Cash, market cap 5.1 billion. Number four, Ripple, market cap of 8.3 billion. Five, Litecoin, 2.8 billion. Stellar Lumens, market cap of 586 millions. Number 7, Neo, 1.4 billion. Keytune, 1 billion. Ethereum Classic, number 9, $1 billion. And number 10, Zcash, $525 million. Number 11 Dash with 2.1 billion, and number 12 Monero with $1.3 billion of market capitalization. Now let's have a look at the crypto maps to see another type of representation, and we're gonna do these for since not for the week, but wait a second first. Okay, that's it. So you see all the cryptos are down, and you see over here the cryptos by the rectangles over here. The bigger the shape is, the bigger the figure is. You see that the bigger the market cap. So you see over here, total market cap for all the cryptos is $160 billion, and the volume per each 24 hours is a volume of $4.5 billion. Okay, over here. So everything is in red. So today the cryptos are being crushed. Okay, so now so that's for today. Okay, so you see Bitcoin down, Bitcoin Cash down, Ethereum down, Ripple down, Yoda it's up 3%, Neo flat, Litecoin down, Dash down, Keytune up, Omisego up, and that's it. Okay, so now let's move on. So you know, guys, me when I'm looking at crypto space, first of all, I get all my news from CryptoCurrencies.news.com, and also my other news I get them from news.bitcoin.com. And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna focus on some news that I've already prepared, the news that I found were very relevant and interesting from Sunday until today, Wednesday, October the 18th. Okay, so first of all, the news for today over here. What do we have? That news said that South Korea prepares to tax Bitcoin use. So that's huge. Okay, so first of all, you already know that one of the usage of Bitcoin, one of these utilities and advantage, that was free tax, but now here it seems that now Bitcoin is gonna have some tax. We're gonna have some tax to pay, you know, on the gains we made on Bitcoin. So let's read here. South Korea is preparing to tax Bitcoin used after the cryptocurrency's trading volume skyrocketed past that of Kosdaq. Hang Soon-hee, the commissioner of the country's National Tax Service, told lawmakers this weekend that the issue of how to best tax cryptocurrencies is being discussed, including the areas of capital gains tax, the VAT, and gift tax. Okay, so that's it, and here you have that the Commissioner Hang Soon-hee. Okay, so I'm gonna let the link to the article in this description, in the video description below. Okay, so that's it, number one. Next, let's move on. What do we have? Another news over here, another news from CryptoCoinsNews.com, and here let's talk about Ethereum. What's going on with Ethereum? We have the Byzantium hard fork locked in. Market reacts as Ethereum price surges, but not for today, because today we're gonna see that now the Ethereum price is being crushed also. Okay, so here we have over here some benefits of the Byzantium hard fork and recent Ethereum updates. So now just let's quote over here. Mr. Abdel Malik explains, and we quote, "For native contracts have been added that allow for a certain computationally expensive operations to be executed directly on the CPU that the Ethereum virtual machine runs on. These four functions: big mod exponentiation, elliptic curve addition, elliptic curve scalar multiplication, and elliptic curve pairing, are crucial to the implementation of ZK snarks, the cryptography that will one day allow for private transactions," end of quote. Okay, so that's it. So If you want to read the entire article, I'm gonna leave the link to the article in the description box below. So now let's move on. Another one. What do we have? We are back at CryptoCurrencyNews.com, and here we have billionaire Bitcoin investor, and here we have Mr. Novogratz, who was a fund manager, and now he wants to start a new fund with $500 million to invest in cryptocurrencies. Okay, so now let's see over here what the article is talking about. Former Wall Street mogul and billionaire Bitcoin investor Mike Novogratz has called Jimmy Dimon a rent taker. Will lose the fight against the crypto evolution led by cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and blockchain technology. Okay, so now we're gonna quote him over here. Jimmy Dimon gets paid to worry about Bitcoin because he's a rent taker. The decentralized revolution is about going after the rent takers. His bank is in the crosshairs of the crypto evolution, so he's playing defense, he's going to lose. End of quote. Okay, so that's it. So remember that after the PBOC, the Public Bank of China, criticized Bitcoin, ban ICOs, and a lot of regulation trying to regulate it heavily, the cryptocurrencies over there in China. A few days after that, we saw Mr. Jimmy Dimon, who is the CEO of JP Morgan Chase, talking badly about Bitcoin, calling Bitcoin a fraud and stuff like that. And recently, about a few days ago, last week, I think, at the IIF meeting, they asked him again about the cryptocurrency and obviously about Bitcoin, and he's back at it again, talking, saying that people who invested in Bitcoin are stupid, that they're gonna lose, and blah blah blah, and so on and so forth. So you know that he's talking badly about Bitcoin, and and even told the audience that one day the government is gonna crash Bitcoin, and they're gonna seize all the operations and stuff like that. So for him, Bitcoin is a fraud and it's for criminals. Okay, so that's it. And here we have another billionaire starting a new fund, Mr. Mike Novogratz. Okay, so now let's move on. And what do we have over here? Over here we have news. We are back at news.bitcoin.com, and here I'm going to be talking about the Japanese yen, the US dollar, and the South Korean won accounts for over 90% of Bitcoin traded on exchange. So that's huge. Okay, all the volume of Bitcoin trading going on only with those three, more than 90% with those three currencies over here. Okay, so number one, obviously we have Japan, number two the US dollar, and number three we have the South Korean won. Remember that first of all the Bitcoin dominance was in China, but since the China banned on ICOs, shutdown of exchanges and stuff like that, we see all the volume shifted and going back to other countries, first of all Japan and South Korea in the Asian Pacific region. Okay, so here we're gonna take a look at something over here. The Chinese yuan to Bitcoin trading now accounts for approximately only 1% of all Bitcoin trade occurring on exchanges. According to CryptoCompare data, the Chinese cryptocurrency crackdown has drastically altered the global composition of Bitcoin markets. 60% of Bitcoin trading currently occurs through Japanese markets, with the US and South Korean markets also comprising a significant share of the global Bitcoin trade. Okay, so over here we have the see approximately 80% of Japanese yen versus the Bitcoin over here. And then over here we have the USD, comprises the second largest Bitcoin market, accounting for 25% of all trading. And over here we have the South Korean won has emerged as a significant player in the Bitcoin markets. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so I'm gonna let you with the article over here. and so you can read that at your own discretion. Next, let's move on. Next article, what do we have over here? We have news at back at news.bitcoin.com, and over here we have Mr. Putin. Mr. Putin orders the issue of Russia's national cryptocurrency, the crypto ruble. Okay. So here, let's read a little bit of the article. Russia's President Vladimir Putin has reportedly ordered the issue of the national cryptocurrency, the crypto ruble. The Russian Minister of Communications and Mass Media has revealed some details of his new currency. Okay, and so there's Mr. Nikolai Nikiforov here in the picture. So we're gonna quote him. I quote, I so confidently declare that we will soon launch a cryptocurrency for one simple reason. If we do not, then in 2 months, our neighbors in the Eurasian Economic Community will do it. End of quote. So that's it. That's the main reason, okay? And here, another quote. When buying and selling a crypto ruble, the amount will be 13% from the earned difference. If the owner cannot explain the reason for the appearance of his crypto rubles when converting them into Russian rubles, the tax for him will be 13% of the total. Okay, end of quote. So that's it. Okay, so I'm gonna let the article so you can read that at your own discretion. Remember, all the links would be in the description box below. Okay, so now let's move on. And here we're gonna have a little news about Ripple. And over here, what do we have? We have Mr. Ben Bernanke, former Federal Reserve Chairman. And let's read Bernanke. We quote, eventually governments will take any action they need to prevent Bitcoin, end of quote. And now let's read a little bit over here. Former Federal Reserve Fed Chairman Ben Bernanke's recent comments about Bitcoin and its network add to this growing list of ordering stance towards the world's most popular cryptocurrency. No stranger to Bitcoin, Mr. Bernanke has made several statements, at least one official, since its inception. Okay, and now over here, Ben Bernanke makes headline ripples. Okay, so let's read a little bit because last week I think that now there's a conference about a ripple, and Mr. Bernanke was one of the attendants or one of the speakers. I don't know. Okay, so let's read over here. Toronto, Canada is host to an invitation-only exclusive event, Swell, a 3-day conference sponsored by Ripple, a real-time gross settlements program and favorite among mainstream banks, ends October the 18th, so today. Okay, so a bill that is bringing together leaders in banking and blockchain who are committed to changing the way the world moves money today. Its opening keynote address was given Monday by Ben Bernanke, former Fed chair. Okay, so that's it. We have no quotes over here, but I'm gonna leave the link to the article so you can read that at your own discretion. So I wanna progress rapidly and get to the technical analysis. So I'm gonna be brief. Another news over here, www.cryptocoinsnews.com, and here we have Mr. Bill Gates, and let's read another news about Ripple. Gates Foundation taps Ripple to develop mobile payments services. Over here we're gonna read. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has tapped Ripple's Interledger Protocol (ILP) to help level the economic playing field for the 2 billion people who are trapped in poverty, many of whom solely because they do not have access to a bank account or other basic financial services. Okay, so that's it. So here, that's the description, and here we're gonna read that particular quote. So we quote, interoperability of digital payments has been the target hurdle for the financial services industry to overcome. With Mojaloop, our technology partners have finally achieved a solution that can apply to any service. And we invite banks and the payments industry to explore and test this tool. End of quote. So that's it. And here you see Ripple. But far away, if you take that in consideration, with that major news, because Bill Gates, the world's richest person, entering the crypto space and speaking in favor and giving a utility for Ripple, we didn't see a massive increase in Ripple price. So what is this? Okay, is this a good catalyst, or is this something just as usual? Okay, so we're gonna find out later on when we're gonna do some technical analysis, and we're gonna see if that particular catalyst, that particular news is strong enough to impact Ripple price. Okay, so now let's move on and let's have a look over here at another article at news.bitcoin.com. Over here, what do we have? 2 hours ago, Bitfinex to terminate services for US retail customers by November the 9th of 2017. Okay, over here, Bitfinex has announced its plan to terminate all services for US individuals customers by November 9th of 2017. Their announcement comprised a follow-up to a statement issued in August, which indicated the company was suspending all new requests for account verification from US individuals. Okay, so that's huge. Bitfinex is the big trading platform that allows US citizens and people around the world to trade Bitcoins, and that's it. So here, that's all the article, and I don't see any quotes over here, but I'm gonna let you the link to the article so you can read that at your own discretion. And now that's it for the articles, and now let's focus more on what I love to do, and that's technical analysis. And we're gonna analyze some cryptos, and we're gonna see what's going on in the crypto space since Sunday. Okay, so excuse me, let me download my presets. Okay, there you go. Just wait a second, please bear with me. Okay, it's coming. Okay, not now, and here we go. First of all, let's start with Bitcoin versus the US dollar. Price is provided by the exchange Bitfinex. And over here, what can we see quickly? If you've been following my work, my time to trade the markets, you see that the end section of the technical analysis, we focused on exclusively on cryptocurrencies. But here, let's begin. Let's jump right into it. Okay, over here, you see uptrend channel, you see the support, you see the resistance over here, you see the point to buy, and now here we had a resistance at $4,500. Break that particular level to the upside, boom, a strong bullish candle, new max high for Bitcoin, $5,891, and since then, what do we see? Boom, big reversal. Take a look at that over here. That's the 50% of that particular bullish candle. Over here you have the pointer at the tweezer top over here, but that pointer is the first barrier for a potential support, but the real support it's over here at 4,500. But take a look at that. Let me amplify, let me zoom in a little bit more. Over here, what do we have? We have over here, that's our 4 weeks moving average. So a lot of expansion, too far from the 4 weeks moving average. We need to come back and have some kind of interaction with moving averages. More importantly, 4 weeks moving average and 8 weeks moving average. Over here in red, that's your 13 weeks moving average. So Now we are going back to interact with those moving averages. So that was a perfect short selling over here. So what's taking place here? That's just people taking profits. Okay, that's it. People are taking profits. If you see a run like that and you don't take profits, that's bad for you. Okay, so you need to take profits. That's the game. It's about taking profits. Okay, so that's it. So now over here, let's do some probabilities. So the probability is going to be, we can see a move like that. So a correction, a distribution. Distribution means people taking profits, and we can come over here and retest past resistance, now support. So we can come here at $4,600. You see that's the region of the 8 weeks moving average. So if we have a close below the 4 weeks moving average, take a look at here at the spread. That's volatility. That's huge volatility over here from the highs until reaching the support region, past resistance, now support region. So over here you can see a potential bounce after the retest, and from that bounce then going back. And that's great because of what? Because of here we're gonna have a fantastic trade opportunity. So we can going back in and going back to another we're gonna buy Bitcoin at a lower price, at a lower level. So remember me, I told you, I'm trading derivatives, so I have access to leverage. So for me, I don't care if I see Bitcoin moving up or moving down. I'm just waiting for opportunities. For me over here, it's obvious. I'm gonna wait and see what is gonna happen. If I see the 50% over here, if I see a continuation, I'm gonna put a short of $400 of potential below 5,100 until 4,600. Okay, if that occurs, that's great. If I wanted to play it more in a more conservative way, I'm gonna wait and see if I see Bitcoin reaching the $5,000 mark. Then I'm gonna prepare some orders below that particular level, because first of all, I was expecting to see a bullish flag. You see here, let me draw that for you. You see a bullish flag is going to be something like that. You see, boom, and then bam, here. See, that's going to be our flag. And then from here, boom, moving up. But now what I'm expecting to see, that particular move. We see that's a B, C, and then going and looking for D. So that's A point, B, now a C, and over here I'm going to be looking in that region for confirmation. A confirmation will be a close above that particular level, and then boom, entering to buy and going higher to the D point. Okay, oops, excuse me. Okay, over here, trying to going back to the channel's resistance level over here. Okay, so that's it. Now you have it. Now let's move on. We see Bitcoin over here, and now let's have a look at ETF GBTC. ETF, you see over here, Bitcoin Trust, and GBTC. Take a look. We saw the Bitcoin rising, the price rising in price, or the rising in the Bitcoin price, but over here GBTC flat. It's been flat for more than a month, for 2 months now. It's been flat. It's going nowhere. So that should be alarming. That should be something people should be asking question, because I thought that the Bitcoin Investment Trust was supposed to track Bitcoin prices. So if we see from here, we're tracking perfectly the Bitcoin prices, but since September, nothing. So the GBTC stuck between $725 resistance and support of $600. No movement, no nothing, flat sideways movement. So I can do nothing here, me personally. Okay, So now let's move on, and now let's have a look at Bitcoin Cash, BCH versus the US dollar over here. And what can we see? We see over here, we see massive, excuse me, we don't have a lot of data here, so we're gonna do this with the data that I have available over here. You see that I only have the 4 weeks moving average and 8 weeks moving average. You see a huge spike, remember that spike, and from then what can we see over here? Dropping, price dropping. Okay, so now that left us with this, we are seeing a triangle formation like that. You see the base of the triangle and the upside of the triangle, and also all of this is in a inside candle, so we have no movement. But below $300, boom, we can go much lower. If we have a close above the 4 weeks moving average and a close above that particular trend line over here, so that's gonna be a great bullish signal. But for the moment, price are going lower. We lost here $400 since the highs over here, if I'm counting the shadow high over here. So that's more than around $600 in law, that decline of $600, so that's huge. Okay, so that's it. Bitcoin Cash is doing nothing and maybe going lower. Okay, now let's move on and let's have a look at Ethereum. Remember, we're gonna have an Ethereum Byzantium fork and stuff like that, so let's see how prices are reacting. And what can we see? Boom, also Ethereum price is going down. You see, if we go back here, we have a kind of a bullish flag over here. You see that? Boom, bullish flag, and then I'm expecting another leg higher. But here we have a distribution phase, distribution 1. You see, after the big run, distribution number 1, accumulation over here, resistance, we rejected the resistance, going back, another distribution, trying to go up. But what can we see also? We can see that now we have a kind of triangle formation, and it seems to me that we are breaking that triangle lower to the lower side. So my target gonna be that particular point. If we have a continuation over here, you see I already had that particular pointer over here, maybe we're gonna go lower just like that. Okay, so I'm expecting now next week to have continuation. So below over here $290, maybe can go lower, because now the particular formation over here, that's a bearish outside candle, a bearish engulfing, you see. So that particular, the rise, we have cancelled that particular bullish candle over here, so we're going lower. Same thing we saw here and here. So history is repeating itself. So now I'm expecting to go to see lower prices. Okay, but I still wanted to remember one thing must be the thing must be said, that first of all, we were here doing a great ABCD. We are uptrending A point, B point, C point, and D point, because that's a low, lower high, another lower high. So we were uptrending over here, but now we're stuck in this particular resistance. We have one resistance and a second one over here at 375. Okay, so here that's a critical point, and we failed to go above that particular level. So now I'm expecting prices to go down, to have another continuation to the distribution over here. Maybe they're trying to lower the price so people can enter. So my first target will be $200. Okay, So maybe that's it. Maybe they're trying to push the prices lower so more people can enter the trade, and they can get Ethereum at a better price. Okay, so that's it. Because with all these news we saw earlier, that seems to me to be some kind of positive for Ethereum. Remember that Ethereum blockchain, it's also a technology, so maybe the crypto ruble can be integrated into the Ethereum blockchain. But you see prices going lower. So let's see. Now let's move on and let's have a look at Dash. Over here, Dash versus the US dollar, and Dash doing exactly the same thing. Dash also is going lower. You see over here, you see, and price is keep on going lower. You see over here, we have, what do we have? We have your convergence here between the 4 weeks and 8 weeks moving average. Boom, price is going lower. Remember that we had a powerful bullish candle over here, the 50%, boom, distribution trying to go higher, reversal, boom, and now we are in the lower half of the bullish candle over here, below 340, 300. Remember, we have a triangle like that. You see, boom, and over here this, and boom, we choose a side to the lower side. Over here we have your 8 weeks moving average. Okay, 8 weeks AMA. So maybe that's our target, and the target will be $240. So I'm expecting continuation. You see, continuation that I saw here. Boom, now I'm seeing that particular movement, and over here I need to point that so that the you come here, boom, and 50% over here maybe, yeah, okay. And also remember, we have a long sideways movement over here that can play the role of a support. Also we have a pointer, and the pointer points towards 220. So between 240 and $200, that's our target. But first of all, the more realistic one is this one of 240. Okay, so that's it. So expect to see more moves towards the downside, and that's it. We are rejecting higher prices because remember, the Dash also was in a uptrend, was uptrending. You see here, support, resistance, support. So we are very at a very critical level over here, and if we have a close below that particular trend line, that's our channel support, and also below the 13-week moving average, that's critical. You see 13-week, 21-week, that's volatility over here from 290, 240, that's a lot of volatility. Okay, that's $50 of volatility, so we can take advantage of that. Okay, that's it for Dash. Now let's move on and let's have a look at Litecoin LTC versus the US dollar. Okay, Litecoin US dollar, that's the first. Let's see if I have my presets over here with GDAX. Okay, that's it. You see uptrending also. You see that great bullish candle over here, inside weak candle, also another triangle over here. Let me underline it. Okay, like that. You see triangle, we break above, but next what? Reversal, and so that particular movement, boom, it's cancelled. So now what can we expect? I'm expecting going lower. If the pointer enters in game and being confirmed by the lower prices, we need to do and take a look at something. That something will be just something like that. Okay, let's point out over here $30. If we have a continuation, boom, we're gonna see something like that. Let me clone. Okay, and boom. Okay, you see $30 corresponds with the see that an upstairs, see, steps patterns, you see, uptrending in a step stairs pattern, and you see that horizontal sideways movement over here, that step over here, that's a kind of past resistance. Now it's a support, first support over here, and so we need a close below $50, $45, and then boom, we can go lower. So for the moment we have a bearish reversal candle. We are canceling the up, that particular bullish candle over here. So let's see until Sunday, and for the next week, for the next candle, if we see next candle opening around those levels, around $50 and pointing lower, so maybe we can have an order between at 45, or if you're gonna go more aggressively, 48, 47 and 50, something like that. But you see below the 21 and 26 moving average, we're gonna go much lower, and over here we have your 52 weeks moving average. So if you see a continuation, that's it. Or maybe we're just gonna see sideways movement over here between $65 as resistance and $50 of support, same pattern. Okay, and then boom, going to the upside. Okay, because maybe also we can see something like that. See, a cup and handle pattern, tick tick, and then boom, going up. Okay, because we are making step stairs and then another stairs, but here that's just sideways movement over here. Okay, but be cautious below that level. Boom, we can go much lower. Okay, so that's it for Dash. Now let's move on. Excuse me, that's it for Litecoin. Now let's move on. Let's have a look at IOTA. IOTA versus the US dollar. Okay. Over here, and that's exactly the same thing. Take a look. Uptrending, boom. Good evening pattern, indecision, boom. Bearish reversal, boom. Those three candles canceling themselves. Below that particular candle, continuation to the downside, 50%, boom boom boom, here, bam. So in that particular case, let's consider that the initial point, the inception point of our uptrend. So that's gonna be our support, resistance, here our low, lower high. So another, over here you see a tweezer bottom over here, so that's our support around 48 cents. And over here what we see that particular thing over here, 4 weeks moving average, close above, no continuation, rejected by the 8 weeks moving average, and going trending lower. Okay, so I was expecting here a bounce at support level and then going back up, but it didn't happen. Another bearish reversal candle over here, and then boom, continuation to the downside. But you see, with lower volume, you see that a particular support over here, let's say $40, 40 cents, excuse me, is playing the role of a perfect support. So probabilities here, let's see if I have that particular thing. You see that's a triangle, a descending triangle, break around that level, we can go much lower, below 40 cents, or maybe you see over here that's that particular pattern, that's a B, a C, and a D. Okay, so that's huge. So that gives me $1 over here, that gives me 45, let's say 45, that's $55. So no, I don't think so. I think that maybe over here we're gonna have some sideways movements, and from here we can go bouncing up. We're gonna see another curve formation, but I don't know. I trade what I see. I'm following the price action, trying to catch some news and make sense of them. Maybe those news can act as perfect catalysts if they have a huge impact on the price action. And then me, I trade what I see and I manage my risk, and I'm trying to make benefits and take profits to capitalize on those movements. So that's it. Okay, so we don't know. So here we're just seeing probabilities and trying to see where the markets, where those crypto prices are moving. Let it be to the upside or to the downside, we don't know. Okay, so and last one, Ripple versus the US dollar, that one. Okay, and over here what do we have? We have this, and here you see we were uptrending. You see that's a accumulation. You see strong bearish candle, inside weak candle. You see, first of all, remember, oops, excuse me, here triangle, boom, break below, and then that's your sell side over here, and that's your buy side below that particular level. Break above that, you see huge pointer, we points towards 30 cents over here. Now we are uptrending. You see support, resistance, support, resistance, tweeze the top over here, rejected it, back at support at 21. Huge news, Bill Gates Foundation, Ben Bernanke talking about Ripple. Last week I gave you a news about Ripple, or no, it was in my French vlog. I was talking about the volume of Ripple and a lot of fintech startups based in South Korea benefiting from the utility and the technology, the ILT of Ripple, and that was great for the company. But you see a decrease in the price, but we are still uptrending. But now you see people are gonna, in my opinion, based on price action, maybe people are trying to enter in Ripple at a lower price. So can be the case. You see over here, entering here, so that's entry, and then boom, going back to channel's resistance much higher. But remember also, what are we seeing? What can we witness? We can witness a perfect cup and handle over here. So that gave us 34 cents here as a potential target. So you can see a huge move. So that's an accumulation phase. Here people are accumulating, okay, or accumulating over here. That was our distribution, boom, and now people are accumulating. Great accumulation phase over here. That's the base, that's our bottom, and now we are going higher. Okay, so that's it. So remember, with this, you see over here, 2 weeks down, close below the 4 weeks moving average, 8 weeks moving average, 13 weeks moving average. So let's see if we can bounce over here. Maybe you're gonna have some spikes, you see, like that, some bearish traps, and then dojis, and then boom, going back higher. Okay, so now this one, whoops, oh, excuse me, this one over here coming just like that, and now I'm expecting here to see more stuffs. But remember, we can see lower prices. Now we have a support over here, pivots point, support over here, and remember, a lower high, and maybe we can make another lower high over here around 19 cents. Okay, so that's it, folks. So thank you, hope it helps, and you already know, if you want some consulting and stuff like that, is my webpage, www.jctrim.com. Click on the English flag for you guys over there speaking English, and you're gonna be redirect to the English speaking section of the website. Here I upload a lot of videos. You can see me here, advanced. You know, then I'm also an agent for a Swiss company who expert in gold and silver. Also do collaboration with the Gusa here in Spain, in Madrid. and that's my stock markets review the week ahead. And also I'm doing a lot of videos talking about investing and trading and stuff like that. You already know I'm agent for that particular company. I'm in collaboration with the Gusa Madrid. I'm an IB introducer broker for HCF UK Ltd, operating with the commercial name Iron FX, and also a lot of stuffs. And I do consulting business with consulting companies based in Switzerland. Okay, so that's it. If you want to contact me, better way to contact me, Viber and WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger over here. And also by clicking over here, going to be directly entering my services page to see all the services and all the pricing. And to contact me also, we have the messaging box over here, and that's it. And to see more about me, you can click the about us button, and over here you can see me and my colleagues and my partners, what we do. And obviously over here we have the all of our background, my curriculum and stuff like that, translated in English. Okay, so once again, it was me, Sergio K. Kilembi. That's the vlog number 1, the episode number 1 of the cryptocurrency midweek reports. Time to trade the cryptos. And once again, thank you very much. Hope it helps, and see you next week. No, see you on Sunday and Monday for the time to trade the markets, the week ahead weekly reports, and next Wednesday for another cryptocurrency midweek reports, time to trade the cryptos. Thank you very much. Bye bye.